Hey y'all, what's up? It's Noelle with Baker's Backyard Bounty, and today we are prepping for the cold. Here in North Texas, it's gonna get down to like freezing temps, maybe some snow. So of course, naturally, we're all freaking out for those 20 minutes of potential snow. But seriously, like I think one day our phone said the high is gonna be the low is going to be 3 degrees. So it's time to lock it down, cover the pipes, and get the animals in good shape. This is what happens when AT&T comes to run cable. They're like, hey, can we just go in your backyard for a second? They are digging the cable down in the chicken yard, putting the cable over across the garden. They probably weren't expecting this when they opened our back gate. That's what I'm guessing. The girls do not know what's going on, but we got 6 eggs today. Bugs is getting a nice little setup here in the garage. I'm about to fill up his crate with some wood chips and hay and make him a little cozy hotel. Bugs, come here. This way. This way. Come on. So because our Yorkie and our rabbit are BFFs, I know if I have the Yorkie out here, Bugs won't run away to the neighbors. Not even joking, he goes to the neighbor's house right over here all the time when I let him out this way, and she has one of those Ring doorbells, and it's generally me holding a child, like running, trying to get my rabbit off her front porch over to our house. So I can only imagine what that footage looks like, but she's a good sport, aka she hasn't like called animal control on us or complained, so I'll take that. Anyways, Louie will babysit Bugs. Go get your buddy. Come on. Go get your buddy. What are y'all up to? So it's going to be so cold, even our worm bin is going to be coming in to the garage. Just don't want my creepy crawlies to freeze to death. So they should be fine, but I have never really raised worms in this cold of weather. Oh, Bugs is making an escape. Hang on. Bugs, go home. Go home, Bugs. It's okay. Go home. Thank you. Go home. Good boy. My Bugsy boy is not understanding that his butt will be frozen tonight. So I've had to corral him into this corner, this weedy corner, to try and get him in his crate. Y'all, I look like a fool out here. I've been chasing him all over. Bugs, enjoy your buffet, and you gotta get snuggly. So I'm a little bit worried about my seedlings out here in the garage, even though I have a heat mat underneath them. I just don't think it's going to be enough for like 3 degrees. So they're probably going to migrate back to my guest bathroom, their second residence. But they are looking really good. A lot of my tomatoes have gotten their first set of true leaves. And so I'm going to be potting them up soon into some bigger containers so they can continue to just stay healthy and keep blossoming, not get too leggy. So I'll show you guys what we got going on over here. Da-da-da! So one of the things I'm most excited about are these bad boys right here. These are cucamelons. They're also referred to, I think, as mouse melons, but they're just tiny, tiny cucumbers that taste like sour. So I got Mexican sour melons, cucamelons, mouse melons, similar. They're not sweet. So this will be my first year to grow these. And then these are ground cherries. And I started them in here because I tried growing them from seed last year. I didn't have a lot of success. So the fact that they germinated 100% is hopeful to me that I'm going to actually get a harvest from these. Okay, my phone died. But what is going on in here? These are the extra tomatoes that I started just in case these over here in this tray didn't work out. But I almost have like, I think like 98% germination, like maybe one tomato didn't germinate, if that. Yeah, no, they all look good. Oh, this corner one didn't. But so these I'm actually selling online. So they're all different heirloom varieties and they're organically grown. So this is my first time selling plant starts, but it's to friends and family, so I feel a little less pressure. Bugs is giving me the puppy dog eyes in his Airbnb. You are not mistreated, mister. You are A-okay. Help me, mama. Hey, Big Red. What's up, girls? Y'all gonna be okay with the cold? Snuggle up. The only thing I'm really like wanting to baby and maybe put a sheet over with or just some like frost fabric are these little Brussels sprouts, cauliflowers, and broccolis that I planted maybe a week ago or so. So I want to make sure that those get established and not too cold. In here I have some rutabagas that I started. They've been slow growing as well, but I actually might, after the cold temps, take these kind of like starts and plant them in the big garden. I have not had a lot of luck with my rutabagas. They've been pretty puny this year. Otherwise, the carrots, the kale, the lettuces, the garlic, everything else should be pretty good to go. Collards, I had harvested most of the big leaves off of these for dinner, but my collards are going to be doing really well in the frost. They're very frost tolerant, so no need to worry about them. Always a good update on the purple cauliflower. I mean, guys, sorry, I can't get over it. It's like sharing pictures of my kids. It's just gorgeous. Really hoping that the cool weather is going to be good for the broccoli because it's been really slow growing. We've harvested some, but I really think it needs to be colder because we've had a really warm winter. So before a big freeze, it's always advised to deeply water, like just give your plants a really good watering, and obviously not like while it's freezing, like that's not ideal, but that apparently is going to help with the integrity of the cell walls, because as I've learned from Roots and Refuge, I guess whenever a plant succumbs to frost, it's because the cell walls explode. So whenever you do a deep watering, it keeps them, I guess, plump and full. So I know that was very scientific, and you're welcome. I am definitely still in my robe, but we woke up to frost, so Reed drove into the fire station today and said the roads were horrible. He was slip sliding, lots of spin outs, so we're staying put today. I'm so grateful that he made it safely into work, but I'm about to go outside and just kind of see the state of the union, what's going on out here. So lots of crunchy frost on the ground. Hey girls, good morning. Are you chilly? Are you chilly? I feel like colors always look so much more vibrant when it's really cold outside. So the water is probably frozen. So I'm gonna check on egg status and then give these chickies some fresh water. So my little lock is frozen shut. All of this is just ice. Ice. Poor things were so thirsty. I'm definitely gonna have to come out and do a few more water refills. Hi, Buttercup. No eggs yet. It's still pretty early in the day, but yesterday we got 7, so that is super hopeful that 7 out of 10 laid, and I'm hoping that we start getting 10 out of 10. So lots of ice. Our broccoli and cauliflower should be okay, I'm hoping. But yeah, it's icy and weighed down. It's still freezing outside. So once everything thaws, I'm eager to see what pops back. So today shall be a 3 coffee cup day. I'm frozen, y'all. It's so cold. And all of you up in the north are probably like, what a weenie. But I'm a Texas girl through and through. So we don't do ice, we don't do snow, but we're definitely doing it this week for sure. Today was one of those days where you really had to give yourself a pep talk to get out of the house or just get out of your robe. So I finally did it, y'all. I came outside just to check on everything, and it's still below freezing. There's ice on everything, and I was really happy because I forgot to cover up my brassica starts, the cauliflower, broccoli, Brussels sprouts over here that I had planted about a week ago, and they're doing fine. So that really goes to show you the hardiness of frost tolerant plants. So far just still waiting to see if the frost really took anything out, because everything is still covered in ice. This is just weird. We're just so not used to these kind of temps. So this is like super fitting for the video and everything that we are taking part in. But I bought this book called Wintering: The Power of Rest and Retreat in Difficult Times. It's by Catherine May, and it is a amazing read. I've read about 50 pages today. Yeah, she's like, I'm not into it. I've read about 50 pages today, and it's all about kind of like what I mentioned before of just honoring seasons and finding the beauty in the winter, and finding kind of like stillness and healing in the quiet. So for many of us gardeners, I think winter can be a sad, empty, lonely time. But in my Bible study that I'm doing with Priscilla Schreier at our church, she talks about the difference between, this quote of, loneliness and solitude are not the same thing. So loneliness, you feel alone. Solitude is like more of a spiritual practice of being alone, but with God. And I just love that. So today with Reed on shift at work, I have my 2 babies, so I'm definitely not alone, but sometimes it can feel lonely when I'm here 24 hours, just the only adult. And so today I'm practicing solitude, of just trying to be mindful. Yeah, she's like, wait a minute, I count, I'm an adult. Of just trying to be mindful and slow, and just really try to work through some of that guilt I have for not being productive. I mean, it's so cold outside, I can't take the nuggets out, and that's really been a struggle for me, just mentally, like being okay with, we're gonna stay inside and finger paint and play TV. And so just giving myself grace as a mom, and teaching my girls how to winter. So we're on camera. Okay, take 2. Zozo and I would like to read you this excerpt. Plants and animals don't fight the winter. They don't pretend it's not happening and attempt to carry on living the same lives that they lived in the summer. They prepare. They adapt. They perform extraordinary acts of metamorphosis to get them through. Winter is a time of withdrawing from the world, maximizing scant resources, carrying out acts of brutal efficiency, and vanishing from sight. But that's where the transformation occurs. Winter is not the death of a life cycle, but its crucible. Isn't that not so good? So what I'm going to be doing is baking and freezing breads, and I've been meal prepping and going through my cookbooks, just letting it be a crucible for efficiency, and just using what we're growing. So anyways, I don't know about you guys, I get depressed in the winter, so if that speaks to you, beautiful. It really spoke to me today. And Zozo, nice mohawk. So nothing super profound or new or incredible around the homestead, but thank you guys for hanging out with us. May you find the bounty in your own life, all the beauty that it holds. Stay warm, and we'll see you soon.